Hola, mi hijo. Hola, amigos. Amigas. Amigo. Is it amigos and amigas or amigas and amigos? I think you would, because Spanish is sexist. That's what I was told, but now it's changing. Because the language is sexist, right? Um, that's the community. Anyways, what's up, guys? It's Ninja on Ninja. That's just something in my head because I'm the smartest man alive. It's part of that comes to the ground. Anyway, I have a video for you, and it's by MSNBC. So go ahead.
Things.
She steals my clothes more than I steal hers.
No, I don't.
15-year-old Libby Gonzalez is a lot of things.
She steals my clothes more than I steal hers.
No, I don't.
That is so not true.
A sister, daughter, friend, and she's trans in Texas, a state that's one of the most restrictive in the country.
I love being here and I love my friends, and despite everything that's wrong with our state, I love it here
So why are you leaving?
because it's no longer safe for us.
Already crying.
Not just Texas, but America.
I just want to know. Side note: the girl that they're talking about and the mom that we just seen. The girl is running because the mom is soft and weak, and that transferred to the daughter. And you notice there's no dad. There's no strength here. There's no resistance. That's important for there.
America.
It was a buildup. We decided as a family that the onslaught that we knew was coming with this administration was going to make an environment far too unsafe for our family to stay here.
Onslaught. Most people don't use that word. I guarantee that the news people told them, like, actually say onslaught. That's worse. It'll be more impactful that way. That's what's going on. Keep in mind that this is the shit they do.
Where are you going?
We're not sharing where we're going because my kids deserve a fresh start. We deserve safety. The majority of people don't have the means to up and leave.
So, where are you going? That seemed like she was reading from a script. It seems artificial. It seems fake. That's what this seems like. So, anyways.
And this is why we need allies to step up.
When Texas considered a bathroom bill in 2017, Libby, then just 7 years old, testified in Austin.
I am 7 years old and I am transgender.
As Libby's gotten older, Texas has passed other restrictions. In 2022, Governor Greg Abbott instructed the state's child welfare agency to investigate parents and doctors who provide gender-affirming care for trans youth, equating it to child abuse. That's
I will admit that, yes, it's wrong for them to go and do what they're doing most of the time. But there are instances where people take it too far. Okay? That's what's going on. People are trying to make regulations that affect everybody because one person fucked up. That's what they've been doing for a very long time for the poor people. Like, I'm disabled. I had a stroke in 2023. I had brain surgery. I went to work in 2003, and I remember being in the back of a truck like in '03 or '05 or something. I don't remember. I remember being in the back of a truck and my head hurt so bad that me pounding it against the side of the truck gave me relief. That's how bad my head hurt, right? And I was still working at FedEx. I still had a job. I was still trying. That's my resilience, basically. It counts against me in this instance. And that's what I'm trying to point out, basically. They're weaponizing that. And they're how can I explain? It's kind of like reverse psychology for a kid and Pavlov and bell whistles and whatnot. Basically, it's down that tree, and they're taking stuff and then they're turning it and making you feel a certain way, and then they're taking your reaction to that story, and then they're benefiting from it. They're farming you, basically. So
Temporarily blocked now by a court injunction.
If that moves, my husband and I will be
oh,
criminalized.
that's what it was. So what's it called? They make people who need it jump through hoops. And basically, and for sure, it's fair to do it. But the problem is they do it to everybody without a second thought. That's the problem. It's okay to do it because there are some people that fuck around and like, oh, I'm disabled. I don't want to work. I'm just because they're lazy, and they just don't want to work, right? But if you had brain surgery, like that should be it. That done deal. You had brain surgery. If you, even if you're being lazy, it's fine. We're a rich nation. We're America. It's fine. You know what I'm saying? But they don't do that. They hold you and against you, and that's what I'm trying to tell you is they take that bottom like 0.001%, and then they punish everybody else, and that's what's going on.
For supporting our daughter and making the very best parenting decisions that we possibly can.
So, real quick, this news article, okay, there is truth in it. My concern, my problem, is that they're artificially making it more impactful instead of it, because it would just be plane takes off and lands. But that doesn't sell, so they need to make it like a really big story. And so, oh my God, it's the worst. It's they need to they need to make that 1% call out to the 99%, and that's why that person, that guy, he's like, okay, well, this is a big problem, so it needs a big answer. But the thing is, it's not a big problem. It's just it looks like a big problem. That's why they're doing what they're doing. Maybe he's legitimate. Maybe he is right in his mind. Right? He thinks this is a big problem. This is a big problem, and maybe people are saying make him think a bit. Endless thoughts. This is the problem, and this is why you can't just pick anybody. You need someone smart like myself to pick it apart, to analyze, to understand, to lead. You need to make the smartest person lead. You can't have a cool guy lead you. You're gonna fucking drive off a cliff if you do that. You know what I'm saying?
How can we stay here knowing that that's a potential?
In the wake of their departure, the very bathroom bill that sparked Libby's activism in the first place is back in front of lawmakers.
It's just really annoying to see how all of my entire childhood just...
In recent years, Texas has become an epicenter for the national fight over trans rights, reaching a fever pitch with this ad from 2024.
Kamala's agenda is they, them, not you.
That left Democrats splintered on the issue.
Can a man become a woman?
Can a man become a woman? No.
Thank you.
Trans Americans are not the problem. This obsession with monitoring kids' genitals is absolutely the problem.
Reaction to the Gonzalez family's story also mixed on the street in Dallas.
That is sad. My brother and his husband have also thought about doing the same thing because it's just not, they feel like they're being targeted.
I'm not against trans, okay?
Yeah.
But God put us on earth, man and woman, not for trans.
We're supposed to be a country that welcomes everybody.
What does it feel like that you have to leave now?
It feels disappointing, frustrating.
You don't have to leave. They're changing the story to make it more impactful. They are leaving because they want to, because they're afraid of a situation, because they aren't strong enough to face it. Maybe as females, no offense to male, female, whatever, but because there isn't a man, that's why they're running. Maybe that's why they're trying to break apart the system and make it to where all of the... I'm not sure if you know, but the black community, they tried to make black men not want to be part of the relationship And the Mexican culture, it was gang culture, and they tried to make it look cool and make kids want to be gang members. Like, okay, that's a cool story, but why the fuck are you talking about it? Like, where is it now? It's gone. You know why? Because it didn't fucking matter. But they're doing it because they want you to just die. They want this shit to happen. They want division. They want trouble. They want problems. This is what's going on.
Knowing that so many people don't think that I should be allowed to be anyone else. Like, I don't deserve to have the rights that everyone else has.
They picked apart her story bad. Bad. Like, you can't hear her just talk. You have to hear edit, 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 edit. Like, everywhere you look. Most top popular videos say edit, 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 edit. Talk for 2 seconds, edit. Anyways, I wrote down here too, so. But what I wrote. Okay. This was my response. Running isn't how the nation got its feet. Not running is what ended slavery. What happened to Kimmel, despite me thinking he's a sell, I don't like him. Okay, I don't like Kimmel. Right, ever since he did that shit, the Man Show or whatever, like, he was a second to the other guy. The thing about Kimmel was he was a sellout and a snake, and he will say whatever he needs to say to you so that he's alone with your daughters. That's what he gives. That's the vibes he gives. That's why he did well. I don't like him. But that aside, what happened to him shouldn't have happened, basically. Right? So that's the point. Is that that shouldn't have happened. That was wrong. And quiet is what they want, basically. So him being silent, or him being removed, grants them the silence. You running grants them the silence. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You need to stay, you need to stand, you need to fight. Even if you are killed, and God forbid, then people will realize and understand this is wrong. Why is this happening? People will wake up. But because people keep running, then it never gets covered. And then the show never, just like I was telling John, what was his name? Long Island Audit, right? The problem with him is every time he does something, he never takes it to the mat. Like, I remember he went to court, he settled out of court, and he was allowed to go into police stations. He was allowed to go into police stations, not anyone else, him. And he settled for that. And I was like, fuck that, dude. If I were to win, I would be like, no, I will not take even if you want to give me millions and millions of dollars, no. Because this is fucked up and this is wrong. And so, you know what I'm saying? Like, fight. Stop running, fight. Okay, that's the difference. That's what you want. They've tricked the world into making you think Hollywood has the answer. It's professional liars. I don't like Hollywood and that whole fucking culture of trying to pretend to be something that's no. I'm good. And yeah, she smells nice and she looks good. And then you wake up next to her the next day before she had a chance to shower and put on all of her shit. The reason why she's dressing like that is because she's hiding what she really is. And now you gotta live with it. Congratulations. That's Hollywood. Whereas me, what you see is what you get. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow looking just like this. I don't get any worse. The guy you love and you think is fucking hot, he's about to fucking explode into caca. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, anyways, yeah. You're running given that. The fact you are scared for your lives, and again, God forbid, shouldn't be a thing, it should not be allowed, God forbid, but the fact that you're afraid for your lives, and the fact that you're running, it's a spit in the face of those who fought for what you have now, for what we have now, okay? Soldiers in the army died for your right to stand and have a voice. Just because you're spoiled. That's all it is. You're spoiled, right? You need a man. You need strength. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. Yes, there are some women out there that can stand up, and that's not the point. You need the strength right now. And generally speaking, most men would give you that before Hollywood fucked it all up. Anyways, and they're taking advantage of the fact that you're running. They want silence. You're running, you're gone. Problem gone. That's why the government's fucked up. It's because everyone's like, Trump wants, okay, I'm out, I'm out. Everyone quits. They run. They run away. They run away. Everyone runs away. And so he hires somebody that will. That will. Okay, sure, whatever, sure, whatever, sure. And that's what's happening. And so now the government is starting to sell out. And now people who were there are starting to sell out. And we're starting to become Russia and China because no one will stand. No one will fight. I'm disabled. I have a brain tumor. I had a brain tumor. The doctor fucked up a surgery. He really fucked up my life. And then a stroke in 2023. Like, come on, dude. I can't do everything. My hand is fucking on fire. It's numb. So, my last point was you are too soft. And that is why evil is winning. It's because you are too soft. No one wants to stand. No one wants to fight. No one wants to fucking do what they did back in the day. 1942, D-Day. Opened the gates, slaughtered. Most men were slaughtered. You understand? The door fell open, gunfire, bullet in their chest. It was a mistake. 100%. It was a mistake. But, it was, like, if we did nothing. Anyways. All you're doing is just handing them the win. That's all you're doing, right? That's all you're doing. Like when you're playing a game, if you surrender, it's still a win. It doesn't matter. It's still a win, right? That's what you're doing. And you run away with your tail between your legs. Oh, it's hard. I don't want to fight for it. She's getting called names, so we're gonna run away. We're gonna go to a place where it's okay. Yeah, it's okay for now. And in a few years, they're gonna be at your front door again. What are you gonna do then? You're gonna run again? Like, come on, dude. Wake up. Watch the video after the video, because every time I post a video, if I remember to share a video after, it's the same video. And that video is Don't Be a Sucker. Okay? Watch that video. Watch it. It's good. It tells you what Hitler did. And with the Jews and the workers and the unions and all that shit and how they broke apart and they ran away and blah blah blah. It shows you how that's what you're doing when you run. You allow them to take more and more and more until you have nothing left. Until now he's the bigger party and he just consumes the whole thing. That's what you're doing. Fight. Fight, bitch. Fight. Anyways, I'm out. So take it real, keep it easy. Have a good one. Peace.